Hello, my name's Ola, and I'm going to be reacting to Game Theory. Dream is my son. Dream face reveal. When I first read this, I was like, I'm sorry, what? How? What? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Anyway, like, I honestly had never seen a Dream video, never heard of him. The only way how I heard about him was through, like, memes. Uh, and then, out came this all of a sudden came out this news of he's doing a face reveal, and he did it, and I was like, oh, okay. Then he showed his face. I was like, oh, okay. Like, he just looks like a dude, like. And then all of a sudden, like, here come all this hate stuff too, like some people saying, oh, he should have kept the mask on, he should have never ever done the face reveal. Some people say he's ugly. I was like, what? Like, man, y'all stupid. It's so mean too. Like, what? Why? Why would you do that? It's so mean. Just comes out of nowhere. Anyway, I don't see how this is gonna be possible. Dream is my son. Anyway, yeah, let's check this out. See what Matt's up to. And if you want to like, comment, subscribe my channel, you can. If you don't want to, that's fine too. Here we go.
Wow. Okay, guys, this is it. For the past 12 years, you've known me as this, but I guess it's time for me to introduce you to the real me. Not really sure what I should be doing here, but all right, here we go.
Look exactly the same.
Hi.
Yep.
I'm Matt Pat. It's great to meet you again. Also, I'm Dream's father.
How? It makes no sense, dude.
Hello, Internet! Welcome to Game Theory! While everyone else is over here freaking out about Dream's face reveal, I'm over here scoping out that Dream foot reveal.
Oh, yeah!
Now, in case you live under a rock, over the past 2 years, one of the biggest things to happen in the world of gaming has been the rise of Dream, a Minecraft speedrunner turned co-founder of one of the most popular survival multiplayer servers. Over those 2 years, he's done it all. He's won Streamy Awards, he's set world records, he's amassed an absolutely huge following of 30 million subscribers. The only thing he hasn't done is reveal his face. Sure, he gave a false face reveal in MrBeast's 2020 Rewind, but to the world, Dream was this: a rejected rage comic smile surrounded by clickbait neon green. He was a complete mystery, one of the most prominent examples of the Gen Z push towards staying anonymous online. Also, let's just be honest with ourselves here, that simple smiley face brand allowed for like the easiest fan art ever. I messed it up again. And honestly, that's the way that it just could have kept going, which is why last week the internet got set ablaze when Dream said he was finally going to reveal his face to the world. The basic story here is that his best friend, George Not Found, finally got his visa and was coming to live here in the United States, hence it being time to truly drop the mask. Fun fact on that one, actually, George hit me up around this time last year to write him a letter of recommendation for that very visa process. Apparently, he needed an industry expert to write in and convince the government that he was a valuable addition to our country. I am so glad it worked out for him. Anyway, with his best friend now in the country and a wealth of IRL content waiting to be taped, it was time for Dream to go fully mask off. But not before a multi-day Twitter campaign FaceTiming creators like Anthony Padilla, Mark Rober, Marquez Brownlee, and yes, yours truly.
I saw a lot of jewelry.
Also, let the record show I was number 17 on the overall face reveal list, but number 1 for face reveals on a Google device. It's a weird flex, but I'll take it. Anyway, with sufficient hype built up, it was finally time to drop the mask in a YouTube premiere event, and yep, there it is. It is a face. Honestly, I was hoping for some sort of epic Samus Aran Metroid reveal where the mask comes off and suddenly it's like a girl underneath, but nope. Brown hair, green eyes, strong chin. He wears a lot of rings, but basically he's dead center on the statistical distribution chart of YouTubers. In the midst of all of this, there were 2 names trending on Twitter alongside Dream. The first was OG YouTuber Shane Dawson. Even if you haven't heard of him, chances are you've heard of his content, or at the very least, his controversy. controversies.
I did a lot of things in this video that will probably come back to haunt me.
That was someone I did not expect to see. And wait, who else was on there trending with him? Oh yeah, me. People just really thought that Dream looked a lot like me. A lot of people. They're the same picture. He's what you get when you ask an AI to draw MatPat. He's what happens when you try to draw MatPat from memory. But the comment that I saw more than anything else, people saying that if Shane Dawson and I had a son, it would be Dream. Therefore, both of us trending. Now, for years, I've been calling myself the cool middle-aged dad pad of YouTube, but never did I think that it would wind up being this literal. So you know what? I kinda like it. I wanna know. We have a weird little show here that covers weird little topics like this, so let's do it. Today, I'm determined to see whether the tweets are right. Could Dream possibly be the illegitimate love child of me and controversial YouTuber Shane Dawson? Could I be the father?
You are the
Maury Povich.
And if not, then what online ship would result in the perfect Dream?
Oh my god, the picture of Matt. Ken, it's like he hasn't slept in days, yo. Why would you pick that picture?
Dream baby. To start off, I wanted to see if a baby face predictor app might be able to help me out. I mean, these things are a dime a dozen. Surely one of them has to be good, right? Right? So I went to the first site on my list, futurebaby.com. I plugged in a picture of me and a picture of Shane and got this. An Asian baby eating breakfast. It was a prank site. Great. Things were off to a really solid start here. I then went to MorphThing, a site that has great facial merges on their homepage. I mean, look at these things. Michael Jackson meets Voldemort, Shrek crossed with Gollum, Harry Potter and Adolf Hitler. I mean, clearly these guys are dialed into some sort of formula. So just to get a sense of how the site worked, I merged my wife Steph's face with my own. We got ourselves a kid now, so we have an idea of what a mix of our genetics should look like. If this site managed to get anywhere close, I'd know that I was onto something. And what it spat out was this unholy concoction. Yes, morphthing.com, I too can overlay two photos and adjust the transparency. Some tells me they spent a little bit more time lovingly crafting that Harry Hitler mix. Regardless, I was still curious, so I threw my face in with Shane's and got this blurry mess. Not only does it not look like Dream, it doesn't look human. It's like if a FNAF animatronic tried to use a sound illusion disc. TLDR, another bust. Next up was the thoughtfully named Baby Generator Guess Baby Face. Yeah, that is the official title of the app. Here, when you plug in your two faces, you watch a cool video of them mapping out key features of you and your partner. It looks very sciencey. It produces a result, though, that's very generic-y. This is what I got when I crossed Steph and I. And this is what I got when I crossed Shane and I. It is the exact same kid. I mean, maybe the eyes are a bit greener and the hair is a bit more sandy, but that's not the way genetics works, friends. I tried a lot of different picture combinations only to keep getting the same results over and over again. So not only were the results pulling from what seemed to be a limited slate of stock images, but worst of all, none of them looked like Dream. At this point, I was pretty ready to give up, but there was still one more that I wanted to try. Baby AC. This site had a special emphasis on its proprietary AI tech that analyzes human faces. I mean, when you got a graphic like that, you know that there is some serious science going on right there. Look at all those lines and triangles. Them's smart images. So I figured I'd give the pictures a cross, and well, what do you know? It gave me an actual high-quality baby face. And when I crossed them with Steph, it gave me something different. A few more crosses, and yeah, each time it was similar, but also slightly different. It gave me a lot of hope. There was just one problem. All that I was getting were babies. Dream, while certainly young, ain't that young. So I needed a way to age up our new kid. Onward to FaceApp, which may not be able to predict my future kid, but does have itself some pretty impressive aging functionality that can tell me what I'm gonna look like when I'm 70. Here it is, actually. Here's me without the beard, which, wow, I feel like this is actually shockingly accurate, considering that my grandpa looks like this and my dad looks like this. Overall, don't really hate it. Pretty solid for 70. A little loose on the jawline, but overall, don't hate it. As I evolve to become more and more old man YouTube, just feel like I'm gonna have to swap in this image. But enough about me, it's time to talk about my dream love child. I put the best results from Baby AC into the app, I pressed a filter that closely approximated Dream's age of 23, and I got the exact same picture. Yeah, apparently aging babies is trickier stuff than the app can handle. Here's what my little Clay would look like at age 30, and here he is at 70. But look at his little teeny beard. weird. But yeah, now you can start to see the limitations of the technology. So unless Dream does a baby pic reveal, there was no way I was gonna possibly be able to know how accurate this guy would be growing up, which meant that I needed to now pull in something smarter. Specifically, the smartest AI I know, DALL-E. We've all seen these AI-generated images floating around the internet over the past few months, right? Well, maybe the AI is smart enough to give Shane and I our long-lost dream child. We actually have ourselves an awesome programmer named Zach who works with us as a freelancer for research. So I immediately tapped him to start hacking into the Matrix to try and give us our perfect baby. And after a week of him tweaking the open source code and feeding the AI tons of facial data about me, Shane, Steph, and Dream, we got ourselves this. A literal folder of nightmare fuel. I was out of luck. You know, if you wanted to make me feel better, you could always hit that subscribe button. Because let's face it, what other YouTuber is gonna take your random comments so seriously that he'll spend an entire weekend writing a 6-page essay looking into the possible parentage of a popular gamer? Plus, if you're a Dream stan, we take the lore of the Dream SMP so seriously that we've been known to even correct the creators themselves. Long story short, speedrun your way to that subscribe button if you're having yourself a good time. And so, with technology not helping me at all, it was time to turn to science. If you all remember one thing from 6th grade science, mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell. If you remember two things from 6th grade science, it's that all of our features are determined by genes, sequences of DNA that encode for specific traits. Half our genes come from one parent and half come from the other parent, which results in the genetic mix that is your body. So to figure out whether Shane and I could produce a childlike Dream, let's look at all our features and see what potentially fits. First, brown hair. Yeah, easy. Like I said, every male YouTuber is legally required to have poofy brown hair. Unless, of course, you're Seth Everman, in which case, bald is beautiful. Next up, eye color. I have brown eyes, Shane's are green, Dream's are also green. So what's the probability of a brown-eyed parent and a green-eyed parent giving birth to a green-eyed Minecraft speedrunner? Well, eye color is polygenic, and that means it's controlled by multiple genes. There's actually evidence that up to 16 genes can influence your eye color, but the two most important are OCA2 and HERC2. The first one, OCA2, actually plays a major role in the production of melanin. The more melanin in the iris, the darker brown your eye. The second gene here, HERC2, basically serves as a switch for OCA2, which again affects your melanin levels. So to grossly oversimplify, let's put it this way. We have two genes that can either be on or off. The first, OCA2, is dominant brown and recessive blue. The second is dominant green and recessive blue. So doing the math, if Shane and I were the parents, half of our kids would have brown eyes, 12.5% would have blue eyes, and a little over a third, or 37.5%, would have green eyes like Dream. Certainly low odds, but far from unlikely. Which brings us to Dream's next major defining feature, his face shape. In general, Min's facial shape breaks down into 5 main types. The inverted triangle, with a wide forehead and narrow chin. Round, which is kind of what it sounds like. The face, when looked at straight on, has no strong angles or lines. Oval, which is soft, kind of like round face, but it's longer up and down. Square, which is defined by its strong jaw. And finally, diamond, which has a strong jaw as well as high cheekbones. If Dream is truly meant to be my child, he would likely have a face that's similar to mine. So I busted out the website Pink Mirror, which has itself both a beauty ranker as well as a face shape analyzer. I dropped in my picture to get things started and immediately was impressed by the results. I mean, it ranked me as a perfect 10 out of 10 on beauty. Right off the bat, if that doesn't show you what a quality piece of technology this thing is. Clearly, it is accurate to a fault. From a face shape standpoint, though, we all came in differently. I was an inverted triangle, Shane was an oval, and Dream, despite the high cheekbones and strong jawline, was round. That might be surprising based on the face reveal video, but there, he's facing off to the side this entire time. When facing front, his overall structure actually becomes much smoother. Now, those different face shapes might make you think that this thing was a bust, but in actuality, it lines up nicely with what science has suggested. According to research done on the traits kids inherit from their parents, sons tend to inherit more traits from their mother. Daughters tend to show more balanced heritability. And the parts of the face that are the most handed down are the tip of the nose, as well as the area just below it known as the philtrum. And wouldn't you know it, Dream's nose and philtrum fit Mama Shane, while Daddy MatPat here would be giving him the stronger jawline and chin. He also has himself his mom's eye color and my eye shape. So yes, it would seem that Dream is my perfect child. The ideal cross between me and Shane Dawson, which is ironic since so much of his content is also theory-centric, and also Dream did his whole Unsolved Minecraft Mysteries series. Guess it's all part of the family business. Or would be had it not been for one thing. Dream can't be my son. There's one thing that ruins it. You see, the entire face reveal video, Dream is talking to us at an angle, showing off his good side. But it also shows us his ear. Notice anything interesting about it? His earlobes are attached. By that, I mean the bottom of the lobe doesn't dangle. His ears neither hang low nor wobble to and fro. That, my friends, is a recessive trait. It only happens if you have two recessive alleles. And considering that Shane and I both have dangling lobes, as well as parents with dangling lobes, it's highly unlikely that we'd both have a kid like Clay here. So considering my dangling lobes, darker eyes, and more angular face, it appears like I have to be the one to step out of the gene pool. But if it's not me, then who? Who can step in to deliver all the genetic traits that we need? Light eyes, angular face shape, brown hair, and most importantly, attached earlobes. Well, let me tell you, I dug through video after video, picture after picture to compile my list, and I think I have it. I've narrowed it down to a list of 3 candidates that, when paired with Shane, could mix together to create a child that looks like Dream. Interestingly enough, Shane's fiancée, Ryland Adams, fits the attached earlobe criteria quite nicely, and also matches for both eye and hair color. But for as much as I'd love to say that they could just mix together to create Dream, Ryland's jawline and chin just don't match. So Ryland is just gonna have to settle for honorable mention here. Next up is actor RJ Mitty, famous for playing Walter Jr. on the TV show Breaking Bad. The thing that holds him back? Nothing, really. He's actually a near perfect candidate. But to conclude this episode with him is kinda boring, since something tells me that people interested in Dream's ship parentage aren't really into prestige television circa 2008. So instead, how about another famous gamer, Ninja? He's got himself the green eyes and attached earlobes, and if you manage to spot his hair color between tie-dyes, it's dark brown. He even has himself the jawline and chin ready to rock. So who knows? Maybe pro gaming runs in the family. The only thing that really holds Ninja back to me, keeping him in second place, is his face shape. He's still a bit too angular with his diamond-shaped face. So to me, the number one ultimate choice for Dream's true father has got to be, ready for this face reveal? Drop that mask. YouTube comedian turned filmmaker Bo Burnham, the man who made Inside, which then inspired every other creator online to also want to make Inside. Underneath that scraggly COVID beard is this face. He's got blue eyes, light brown hair, attached earlobes, and a square face which can round out when crossed with Shane's oval. And while that alone might be enough to sell you on the connection, I can do you one better. Here's how he looked back in 2008.
Before YouTube, I was just a skinny white kid that thought he was funnier and cooler than he actually was. And now, well, not much has changed, but I've money.
Notice the resemblance? In short, Bo Burnham, it looks like you are indeed the father.
Welcome to the internet.
Welcome to the internet indeed, Bo Burnham. Welcome indeed. And with that, I'm done here. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm gonna go wait in the corner for Corpse Husband or How To Basic. But hey, that's just a theory. A game theory. Thanks for watching. And if you want to keep watching more ridiculous Dream-related content, click the video to the left where Dream and I break down the appearance of the Warden. Or if you want to see more mysterious parentage, click on the video.
Wow. I did not see that coming. I actually listened to a little bit of Bo Burnham. Back in, I listened to his early work back then. It was pretty funny. If you have not heard his stuff, you gotta go check it out. I highly recommend it. Yeah, that last part I did not see coming. Like, what? What? Yeah, and he looks so unrecognizable with all that hair, the facial hair. Like, what? For a second, I was like, who the hell is that? Yeah, like I said, before his Dreams face reveal, the only reason I heard about him was through like the memes. It's like Dream, like who the hell is that? And I have never seen any of his videos. The only one I have seen is that face reveal, And I was like, oh, okay, yeah. I think he's good looking a little bit, but then people started coming out with all these mean stuff saying like, oh, he ugly, he should have never done the face reveal, he should have kept his mask on. I was like, man, that's so mean. Like, what the freak? So mean. I mean, if it was me, if I commented, I would have been like, like that's okay. That's, you know, like he looks good. I would have been like, way to go, Uh, but I wouldn't say anything mean like that. Like, oh, he ugly. He should have never, like, he should have kept the mask on. It's so mean. Why would you do? Why would you say that? It's so mean. That is pretty funny how Matt just like did this whole video just because somebody said, "Oh, he's the dream is the love child of Shane Dawson and Matt Pat," and he said, you know what? I'll do a video about it, and not only that, I'll do all that research, see if it could possibly happen." And turns out, no, all because the ears, which I definitely did not catch that. Like, what? Anyway, yeah, that's it. That's my reaction to Game Theory. Dream is my son. Dream face reveal. Yeah, that's it. Everyone, take care of yourselves and each other, and I'll see you in the next one.